Ben says, thanks for taking McCarthy off our hands, every Packer fan. Snug and Ben both say hashtag ban the Beeve. Carl says, get his thoughts on Zerline. We just did. Snug says,
I just don't like Mike McCarthy.
It's my opinion, Snug says, it's my opinion that the Princess of Pickle Loaf is full of bullshit, even though that was even hands fighting. Now his floor is covered with tears, Vaseline, Kern.
Is that Jeff?
No, this is Snug.
Snug saying something
Kern
crazy.
and shame.
I don't think this loss falls on Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy could have been a winning coach tonight. What if Zerline had hit that extra point? What if Zerline hadn't missed that field goal?
I just said that. He missed 3 field goals in the game.
Well, he missed an extra point.
So you're shitting on Mike McCarthy, but he pretty much did a better job, I guess, right?
I hate Mike McCarthy. I don't like him as a coach.
Here's what's even crazier. Did you think that was going to be the game plan when they came out? Did you think they were going to throw it 700 times to start the game?
No, actually, I did.
At the beginning of the game, it made
I think
sense.
I did.
Yeah.
I with the weapons that they have, and we know Mike McCarthy doesn't like to run the ball. Yeah, I thought he was going to. I thought they were going to throw the ball like crazy tonight.
And like we've been saying, to combat the Buccaneers' run defense, which has been number 1 in the league.
But when people were saying that the Buccaneers were going to score 50 on the Cowboys and it wasn't going to be close, I thought everybody was out of their minds.
But you got to understand, that's a good point, Speedy, right? I don't even think Barry Sanders could have run against this Bucs defense, right? Like, impossible.
Speaking of Barry Sanders, Slug says Zeke killed it way better than Barry Sanders. Carl says Beeve loves Zerline.
You know what's so funny? When everybody wants to compare somebody, they compare him to Barry Sanders.
Greatest running back ever.
In our eyes, but really he wasn't.
Carl says a running back better than Barry Sanders finds a way, Beeve.
Him or the only other answer.
Talent-wise, yes, but
the only other answer I even listened to was Jim Brown.
Really?
Those are the only 2 answers I take.
Ben says Tom Brady.
There was a running back that played for the Bears that was pretty damn good.
Walter Payton. Yeah. He's my number 2 to Barry Sanders all time. Ben says
I forgot about Walter Payton.
Ben says Tom Brady in 2 quarters of a football has already accounted for 40% of Aaron Rodgers' interception total from last season.
I mean, those are only the running backs they compare people to now, right? Barry Sanders, Gale Sayers, right? Yep. The new one,
Eric Dickerson. Forget about him.
Michael Pirine.
Michael Pirine. Could you stop? No, the Jets.
I mean, he's a Jet. He must be the greatest player that's ever lived.
Jeff, if you want to make that jab, I think CJ's the one to target for that. He's a Jets and Florida fan.
I'm a Florida
disgusting. Heathen, absolute mouth breather. If that's the combination that you like, absolute mouth breather.
He was on our. Was he on our draft show, or he commented during our time we were covering the draft? He was saying Trask was a first-round pick. So,
of course, yeah, listen, like no joke, not even kidding. I mean, I'm amongst the mouth breathers here. You're either like a Florida State fan or a Gators fan, right? Like that whole thing, right?
Fan, yeah.
Dude, I shit you not. Florida fans rival Cowboy fans on how good they think their players are. It's outrageous.
Well, I tell you, I've been a Florida State fan since I was a kid, and I think they've stunk. And when Winston won the national championship, everybody was like, "Oh, Winston's going to be great." I thought he was going to stink in the NFL. I was right.
Captain Crablegs.
I was right about it. I did not like him. I think he was better off playing baseball than playing professional football.
Florida State's had like 2 good players in the history of their freaking franchise, in the history of the school, like 2.
Speaking of Florida State, can we just make note?
One of them's really freaking good.
Can we just make note that Notre Dame is already being Notre Dame and barely beating teams they should blow out?
Dude, I'm going to tell you this right now because I've seen their schedule. Have you seen Notre Dame's schedule? I've seen their schedule, and I'm going to tell you right now, if they go undefeated or 1 loss and get in, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. Like, I am not here anymore for the Notre Dames or Oklahomas of the world to beat the Citadels or the Lady Onassis School for the Blind, right? Like all these terrible schools, right? And watch them get blown out by 60 to Alabama.
Yeah, they only have really, from what it looks like, 2 tough, maybe 3 tough games, depending on how USC is.
Clemson and who?
Well, no, Clemson's not on their schedule this year. It's but they might meet if that's the ACC championship. It's Wisconsin, Cincinnati, and USC are really the only like semi.
Beef, could
games.
you set up a pickup league where we all throw $50 and winner gets all $50 and we'll do a pickup?
I'll give you another one,
You know,
Speedy.
we should've
And
started before
do
today.
you have the
Yeah,
Notre Dame
but-
schedule right in front of you?
I do.
today.
I do. Yeah,
Let's
I have it right in
start-
front of
Okay.
me.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, circle it. I'll walk right out on this limb. I give zero shits, bro. Do they play Boston College?
They do not. No.
Usually they play them every year.
No, it's Toledo this week, then Purdue, at Wisconsin, home against Cincinnati.
They're going to lose to
They're at
Wisconsin.
Virginia Tech, home against USC, home against North Carolina, home against Navy, at Virginia, home against Georgia Tech, and then at Stanford. It
They'll
looks like
lose
a
to
neutral
Wisconsin
site to be
or-
determined.
Or
They're not losing to Wisconsin.
Georgia Tech.
They're not losing to Wisconsin or Georgia Tech. Dude, Georgia Tech just got beat by dude, oh my
It's
god,
Notre
embarrassing. No.
They just
Go
lost to
look who-
Northern Illinois,
Northern Illinois. Yeah.
who's an FCS
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Oh, I
The
remember.
old Salukis.
Hey, listen. I remember the last time Georgia Tech. Well, not the last time, but there was a Notre Dame team that was supposed to win a national title, and they got blown out by Georgia Tech. So
You're talking about when Georgia Tech actually recruited football players, and now it's a bunch of like engineering students that pretend they play football. Georgia Tech stinks. Georgia Tech stinks. Dude, you can't lose to Northern Illinois and call yourself a football school. You can't do it.
I look at Georgia Tech as a basketball school.
Hey, Jeff, 2 years ago, they lost to Citadel. Funny you brought that up.
Dude, this is exactly my point, dude. They were running the wing offense, bro. That year. That's what they did. They had 4 guys in the backfield and every play was a run play. That's why that coach quit. He sucked. They're not losing to Wisconsin and they're not losing to Georgia Tech, but they will lose to Cincinnati. They will lose to USC.
Yeah,
they'll lose to those
yeah,
schools.
USC's
Dude, they almost lost to a quarterback with one leg.
right.
That's something to brag about. We lost to a quarterback that has one leg. Wonderful.
By the way, Jeff.
But they perpetually play nobody every year, and people go, "Well, it's Notre Dame, so let's put them in the championship."
Right.
I'm not a Notre Dame fan. I can't stand Notre Dame.
Jeff, by the way,
I hated the movie Rudy too.
Speaking of Georgia Tech,
That's a great movie.
they get to play next.
You know,
week?
it's not the true story.
it's a great movie.
I never liked that. I'm not a Notre
Didn't
Dame
you-
fan.
It's the same movie as Invincible, just about instead of Notre
Yeah, but
Dame, it's about the
I
Eagles.
met Vince Papale. Vince Papale is a nice guy. The guy that they said Rudy, that whole story is bullshit.
I understand, but it's
Joe
the same
Montana
movie.
said it was bull.
It's the same.
You ever
movie.
see that movie? The dude looks like the Beeve. Do you think that's a believable football story?
Jeff, by the way, just going back to Georgia Tech, they get to play next week. This will probably be the 51-7 game that Tyler was predicting. They get to play Clemson. So there's probably the 51-7 game.
Dude, it's not even going to be close.
If you bring up one more topic tonight, I'm gonna punch you in the back of your chin.
These two guys, they're going back and forth all night.
By the way, you want
It's
the
very
upset of
easy
the-
to crack on Notre Dame and Georgia Tech.
If anyone's a gambler out there too, you want the upset of the week. Pick Tennessee this week.
Really?
Tennessee's going to win. Lock it in.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. And okay, before we go, your big game that you're looking forward to on Sunday, Jeff, besides the Patriots.
I mean, obviously that's going to be a big one, right? Because
I know it's
we all want to see what Mac Jones is.
but what is the game that really stands out to you? Week 1, Sunday. What do you got?
You're going to hate me for this,
What?
but I'm a giant shitbag and I gamble. So let's go Jaguars. Jaguars over Texans. That's my pick this week.
Nice.
I literally picked them.
Why not?
In my knockout bowl.
Beeve, what about you?
Why
What is
not?
the game that stands out
He's
to you?
still on the phone.
Yeah, yes. Sunday, what is the game that stands out to you that you want to watch?
Chiefs, Browns.
Chiefs Browns, okay.
No, he's
That's
still
a good
mine.
game. Yeah, you got Chiefs Browns. How about you, Speedy? What do you got?
I was going to take that, so I'll take something else. Bears Rams. I think that could be a very
Oh, you
good
got
one.
the games there? Here, I don't want to agree with the beef either. So let me see that.
I'll say Bears Rams. I think you got.
Well, that was one of mine too. I want to see the Bears Rams.
You know what I'm going to say? Because everyone's talking shit right now. I want to see the Seahawks-Colts game, and I want to see how Carson Wentz plays.
Is he playing?
Yeah,
Did they announce that he's playing?
he's playing.
Really? Well, Jeff, then you were right about Carson Wentz playing Week 1. I didn't think he was.
What's Beeve even doing up this late? Is he grinding pastrami's?
The Beef's getting ready for bed, right, Beef?
Yep.
All right, Beef. I'll let you go, man. I'll talk to you tomorrow, bud.
You got it.
All right.
Later.
Bye. So we got the Beef. The Beef, he gave us his take. He blames
The refs.
and he blames the refs.
Yep.
Every week,
But
the
I figured-
Cowboys get the worst officiating crew in the history of the league.
Dude, listen, I'm not trying to like pick on the kid, okay? Like I'm not. Have you ever seen the Cowboys lose and him not blame the refs?
Never. We're going on, 3 years?
Do you think that they could have lost because they got 2 turnovers inside the 25 and only came away with 3 points? Was that the ref's fault? Was the ref throwing sand in Greg Zuerlein's eyes when he was trying to kick?
That's why they lost. All he had to do was kick off a couple of field goals. They would have won. Game would have been over. He's wrong. He's wrong about that. That you want to blame somebody, you blame Zuerlein. That's what you blame.
Carl says Walter Payton. He also says Altoon, top 5 wide receiver. Ha, ha, ha,
No
ha.
question.
See you guys. It is a true story.
Altoon a top 5? No, I don't think so.
Ben says hate Notre Dame for personal reasons. And Packers versus Saints, of course, Ben brings up because he's a Packers fan.
No one has a personal reason to hate Notre Dame. It's just obvious we all do.
I can't stand Notre Dame. And again, I've watched the movie Rudy plenty of times. I can't stand that story. And
It's a great movie.
And it came out when it came out that Joe Montana said it was a fake story. It's not true. Half that story is complete bogus. It makes me.
That means the other half is true.
So what?
Carl says, see, by the
It
way,
can't be all. Wait, but it can't be half true and all of it be a lie. You said it's all bogus,
It practically is.
but you said half is bogus.
That they said that Rudy was the first and the only.
But this is him moving the goalpost thing.
Up here he goes, attacking me.
Carl
because
says,
it's true.
by the way,
I'm not
he was
attacking
joking
you.
about
I'm pointing
Altoon.
out this is what
I'm
you
saying
do.
that
Move
Joe
the goalpost.
Montana said the story is bogus. That's what he said. He said the story is not true. Maybe some of the story coming and with his family and stuff like that, and his friend dying and stuff like that. Maybe that's true, but that whole Notre Dame thing, it's bull. It's bogus.
Maybe you're the reason the Cowboys lost because you kept moving the goalposts on Greg Zuerlein.
I should. Maybe I should smack
Maybe
you
if he
around
moved,
with it.
maybe if he moved the goalpost, he would have made the kicks.
No, I'm sorry. It was the
That
refs.
first one was.
It
that
was all
first
the
one
refs.
was about a mile wide.
By the way, Carl says he was joking about Altoon, and he also
I know
says,
he was.
I hate 3-and-out Jesus, not touchdown Jesus.
Dude, that first kick, no shit, that first kick was closer to hitting the back pylon than it was the uprights.
That was terrible. Kid. That was. I don't even know why he kicked it. I mean,
Well, I mean, that was his job.
Obviously.
So that's why he kicked it.
It's some job he has because he couldn't kick it. So you're paying him what? A couple $1 million?
Kick it and kick it good.
Yeah, well, he kicked it, but he didn't kick it good.
He kicked it good.
You could have put 3 goalposts over there. He wouldn't have kicked it
I
through.
agree with you, but he kicked it good.
Here's the other thing. Do you think if the refs went out there and threw 300 flags on whoever the Cowboys were playing, Beav would call up and be like, that's bullshit. We only won because of the refs.
I could only imagine every time Zuerlein missed the kick what Beav was doing. He was throwing his cup. Dude,
There's
you ever
4
see
hurricanes right now?
if you seen the Beav get angry when he was watching a Cowboy game, he'll stand in front of the TV. He goes nuts. He throws things. It is hilarious.
So he has to replace his
Is
TV
he on the
every year.
spectrum?
No, he's not on the spectrum.
No, because
So
I'm
you're-
serious. That's
so
what
you're
people do
telling
when
me-
they have a hissy fit.
He has.
So you're telling me I was absolutely right that he acts like a petulant child.
He gets angry. I'll tell you that. He gets really angry. I've never seen anybody get angry as much as he does when it comes to
No, we'll stick to petulant child. I'm with Jeff on this one.
I don't think he's a petulant.
What's Jeff's Colton of coleslaw? What do you call him?
The Sultan of
The
Coleslaw.
Sultan of Coleslaw is the best one. That is the best one. I told the Beav that, and he laughed at it. He thought it was really, really funny.
He needs to like come up with like a clever like slogan like the Duncan idiot had time to make the donuts. We gotta come up with something for the bees,
Sully wants the slaw.
He should get that on an apron.
Sully wants the slaw.
He should get that on an apron,
What, Sully wants the
No,
slaw?
Sultan of coleslaw. As he walks up and down the thing, that's his job.
Yeah.
Do you know how upset the other deli baristas would be if he came in with his own monogrammed smock?
I should make him one.
You should.
I should make him one. That would
And then
be
put
really
the logo
funny.
on the back.
Sully wants the slaw.